Hello, this is my contact manager script along with my test contact manager script. I'm just gonna go through each thing. I'm gonna let them run first and then go through the actual script itself. I do notice that I need to change this. Alright, run it one time. So, first of all, it shows the menu, which shows the four options that you have to add a contact, find a contact, delete a contact, or exit the program. Just to test it out, I'm gonna add a contact real quick. Alright, and I added that contact, two contacts. Now I'm gonna try to find that contact, look for the name, and then it spits out the number that's associated to that name within the contacts. All the contacts are entered into a dictionary to find. And yeah. And then you can also exit the program, or you can delete the contact, so let's try that out. And then enter name to delete, deleted, and then we're going to try to find it again just to make sure it works. Enter name to find, and then now it prints out contact not found, so that shows the whole program working. Now I can exit. Then now I can go through the code, or the script. First I created a class, I didn't do that first, but I added it up at the top. The class duplicate contact error. So it's a custom exception for when a duplicate contact is attempted to be added, and that was within the assignment uh, assignment guidelines. And then here's the dictionary contacts that adds all the contacts to the dictionary so you can find them later and use them in your program again. First is defining adding a contact, so this is the name and phone number if the name is in the contacts already to raise the duplicate contact error, and then print this out. Next is finding contacts, defining define contacts. So you put the name and then it returns a contact with the name. Defining delete contact, same thing. Here's the main part of the script. So first it prints out the actual menu, and then here's a loop that basically just makes it so that you have to enter a number. It defines it that you have to have an integer as your choice when you are asked to put in a number. Otherwise, it prints out please enter a whole number from 1 to 4. And then here we go into the main parts. So if you choose 1, it's adding a contact, and then here you can see that I used the accept duplicate contact error and to print error. Otherwise, choice 2, name, enter name to find, and then here's the try except block, and then I also use another try and except block right here for choice 3. And then choice 4 is just to break the program, so it just breaks. Otherwise, print invalid choice. And then that is pretty much it of that. Next we can move on to the test manager test contact manager. So it imports all the attributes from the module, and then the class is made, the test contact manager. We use the built-in unit test module within Python to do this. So you're defining setup, resets contacts before each test. This is just tests to make sure that everything is in working order and that there's no issues. And you can see that here. It goes through all of them. These are just example names that I put in here, but it goes through them. Added Tyler to contacts, added Dan to contacts, deleted Diego, ran 6 tests and found no errors, so printed OK. But yeah, this goes through all the definition of everything, of all the tests. And then here's a README, and that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.